Good morning, guys. It's my Monday, pre-vacation week. I'm so excited. And we're doing a collab that was put together by Fash Fab. And she wanted us to use the Nomad Ghosttown USA palette. So stick around, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, thanks for wanting to hang out with me for a little bit. So this is the Nomad Ghosttown USA palette. That's the front. It's got lenticular motion, which I think is super cool. There's the back of the palette right there. Open it up, nice size mirror, and these are the shades inside. It's a really pretty palette. Very, very neutral. But I mean, you got a little bit of color in there, so I mean, you can liven it up if you really wanted to. But I think it's a great palette for everyday use as well. Yeah, there's like shifty shades in here for sure. Like a purple, I don't know. These are really pretty. There's green, kind of like a gray, like a bronze shade. There's some really pretty shades in here. So thanks, Fash. I haven't used this in well, it was in one of my stacks, so I had to have used it. I think there's July, June, May, April, March. I want to say March was when I used it because I had to take it out of that pile. I just keep my palettes in their piles from the months I used them because I don't want to put them back until I like kind of get through all my palettes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to use all my palettes. So if I put these ones back, I'm afraid I'm going to forget which ones I used and didn't use. You know what I mean? I do need to go through and think about decluttering some palettes pretty soon as well, because my collection's getting a little out of control. Too much makeup for me to use. Like you can see, it's been March, April, May, June. Oh no, there's another stack. Maybe it was February. But you see what I'm saying? Like February, March, April, May, June, and we're into July. And I haven't had to double up any palettes. I mean, I might have doubled up a couple times, only because of like collabs or whatever. But other than that, we're on, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy pants. That's too many palettes. But is it really too many palettes? I don't know. You guys tell me. So I did all my skincare and everything this morning. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Clean Canvas base. I don't know. Out of all the eye bases I've used, I think this one's my favorite. I really do. I like the Sigma, but there's something about the Nomad Cosmetics that I really, really like a lot. So I'm not going to set it down with powder, because that's what I'm going to use the shadows for. But the question is, what shades to use? I think I might go... Ooh, don't drop it, Renee. Don't drop it. This right up here, like these 4 shades in this corner, that's what you can kind of do if it's a little overwhelming. Break it up into quads, like these 4 right here. You know what I mean? Or these 4 right here. You could do maybe these 4, or you know what I'm saying? Break it up into quads. Makes it a little easier to work with. So I'm gonna use these right here in that corner. All right, what brush to use is the next big decision. Go with this one first, and I think I'm gonna go into Stagecoach Mary, and we're gonna put that on the outer V. Today is July 12th. My son went out last night. He is still not home. I had a little texting conversation with him about work. And then right at the end of the last text that we sent, I asked for tonight off. Bullshit. I call bullshit. 110%. You didn't ask for tonight off, because I asked him on the way up to drop him off, you work at 5 tomorrow, right? He's like, you should know you have my schedule. Why didn't you tell me that you had the day off then, if you knew that you asked for it off? You know what I'm saying? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. It's insane to me. Like, I mean, I did it too. I went out and did things that I probably shouldn't have done, thinking that my parents would never find out. They did. They did. I remember I was in my room and I was smoking because my stepdad and my mom smoked in the house. So for me, it wasn't hard to get away with that in the house, because the house already reeked of cigarette smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I could smoke in my room and not get caught. You know what I mean? But my mom opened the door one time when I wasn't expecting it, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I flipped my arm behind my back real quick. She's like, are you smoking? And I'm like, no. Like smoke coming up above my head. Duh, Renee. Why would you lie? You're so stupid. You know what I mean? But at the time, I was like, no, I'm not smoking. You know what I mean? Thinking, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, in the moment, I just got nervous and I just blurted out no, you know? Not even fathoming that there was a plume of smoke coming up the top of my head. You know what I mean? And then one time, there was a girl from school, and I don't know if she ran away from home or if she got kicked out, but she needed a place to stay. So me and my sister told her she could stay in the closet. And I think that's when I got caught smoking in the room. But there were times that we snuck out the bedroom window too to go up the street to the gas station, because there was a couple really cute boys that worked up there, and so we wanted to go hang out with them, so we would sneak out at night, you know? So, I mean, I've been there. I'm not stupid. I know the game. But he's 21 years old. There comes to... And I know he missed out on all this kind of stuff when he was in high school, and I'm trying to be patient and give him a little bit of time to get this out of his system. But he has a really great job, and there's a lot of potential and room if he buckles down a little bit and prioritizes his job. He would just have a way better future. It's like, I try to explain to him, you know, like, I was there too. Like, my entire almost adult career, I have always worked on the weekends. The only time I've ever had weekends off was when I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school. You know what I mean? And that was just because McDonald's they worked around your schedule. You told them what you could work, and that's the schedule that they gave you. You know what I mean? Like, if you needed weekends off, you had weekends off. That's just how it was. They didn't, like, force you to work the weekends. So when I was in high school, I got to go out and hang out with my friends on the weekends and stuff. I wasn't like... I'm going in with Ghosttown and just blending this out. I wasn't like party girl, you know, like I didn't go to parties and get drunk and stupid and everything like that. Most of the stuff that I did was my senior year, and I hung out in Hollywood every weekend with my best friend in high school at the time. I mean, I went to a couple parties and hung out with my friends and stuff, but I didn't do like anything bad, you know what I mean? I worry that stuff is going on with him that I don't know about and I'm not going to know about. And I I don't want it to affect who he is and stuff. And I'm worried about his health because of going to the emergency room and then talking about his gallbladder, or not gallbladder. His thyroid levels being off. You know what I mean? And I don't want him out there doing something that's going to make it worse. So, I don't know. I'm just worried about him. And I worry that he lied to me like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know you didn't ask for it off, because why didn't you tell me that when I was taking you up there to drop you off? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why you wouldn't say it in that moment that you asked for the day off when you really didn't. And I really need to explain to him about, like, if you put in for leave and you get denied and you call in, like, that's worse than just a call in, because you asked for it off and now you're calling out because you didn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. He just has a really good job and I don't want him to blow it. And I don't want him to not be rehireable, and I don't know what that consists of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what their policy is on that. Okay, next shade I'm going to use is Calico CA. And I'm going to put that right here because I think it's a little bit darker than the Gold Rush. Ooh, this is really squishy. Really squishy. Let me hold that thought for just a moment. So I got a package from Amazon, right? And I did just place an order with Amazon. So I thought it was a package from my order. Well, then I got a text from somebody that said, did you get the package? And I was like, oh, you sent me something. Okay. I didn't know because I just ordered from Amazon because it was Prime Days. So my bestie, Flawed and Fabulous, Stacy, she was watching one of my videos and I was talking again about the sponge tip applicators and that I keep, how do I open this? How I keep forgetting to order them every time that I place an order on Amazon. And the funny thing is that I got these, I did just order some too. So I am going to be set on the sponge tip applicators because on one of my videos, Janet was like, this is your reminder to order the sponge tip applicators. And I already had kind of like a little bit of a list going in my cart on Amazon for Prime Days. So I commented back, I'm like, heading there right now. So I added some sponge tip applicators to my cart. So now I can quit bitching and complaining about it because it got plenty. Oh, this is a pretty shade. This is a really pretty shade. Went hiking with Tish. So there's these fire lookouts here in Washington. I'm sure they have them in other states as well. But they have these fire lookouts. And High Rock was one of them that we went to a couple weeks ago. Really beautiful. And this week, we wanted to go to another one. Sunrise something lookout. And we got up in the morning and it was super overcast and cloudy. But it was the week before as well, and the clouds just burned off on our way out to the lookout. So it ended up being a beautiful day. We were just assuming, even I was assuming, or at least hoping, that it was going to be the same, that everything was going to burn off by the time we got to where we were going. And the drive up to the lookout, you guys, I thought I was going to like poop my pants on the way up for real, because it's a dirt road and it's really, really not, I don't want to make it sound like it was like paper thin. I mean, but when you're in the car, it just, I don't know, it feels like you don't have enough room. And then like over on the side, you've got, because you're going up a mountain. So there's like nothing but a drop down on the side. So I'm like, just keep your eyes on the road. Just keep your eyes on the road. And I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel, you know what I mean? And just trying to keep my eyes on the road in front of me and not even try and like not catch a glimpse over here because it's going to give me a panic attack. And then there was like these big bumps in the road and it was like, ugh, gave me major anxiety. But my friend, my other friend that was with me and Tish, he took over and drove down the mountain. And then when we didn't get the view we wanted because it didn't break up. It's a really cool lookout though. It's a really cool lookout. And they have volunteers that staff it, you know what I mean? And they'll go up there and stay for 3 or 4 days. And then somebody comes up and taps them out and they just take turns being up there. And they were like, she was like, when we walked up there, she was like, what possessed you to drive up this road on a day like today? Well, we were hoping it was going to clear up for us, but obviously that wasn't going to happen. So then we were leaving, and my friend, I asked him to drive because I was getting a little nervous. So he drove, and then Tish looked up. We didn't really have great service, but we were trying to find like a trail out where we were. So we ended up in Mount Rainier National Park, and we found a trail there. Really great trail, guys. Really great trail. Again, would have been super amazing if it was a clear day, but the hike was stunning. There was patches of snow that we had to hike over, which was crazy. Lots of waterfalls from the melting snow. I can't even imagine the area that we hiked in, how much snow is there during the wintertime. Like, we're probably talking a couple feet of snow, you know what I mean? Like, over your head kind of snow. But it's on the PCT. Like, I don't know if anybody knows what the PCT is, but the PCT is like a hiking trail, basically, that goes from the border of Mexico to the border of Canada. So you got to hike up through California, up through Oregon, up through Washington. And there's like lots of avid hikers that do the PCT. And the first time I heard of the PCT was when I watched the movie Wild with Reese Witherspoon. I'm going to go into Gold Rush now. And I don't know, I really like, oh no, a chunk of it came out. No, don't get mixed in with that shade. Yeah, that broke out really easily. So gentle. These are really soft shades. But anyways, I watched the movie Wild with Reese Witherspoon. I don't really know how to explain it. If you've never seen it, it's a really great movie. She basically is hiking to get her mind right. You know what I mean? She's been through a lot in her life and she goes through a really tough time. And so she decides that she's going to hike the PCT basically to help her with her depression and her hurt and stuff like that, to find herself and just to heal basically. She uses the PCT as a way to heal. So, it's a really good movie. And ever since I saw that, I've been kind of like intrigued by the PCT, you know, and like the people that hike it and stuff like that. So when we got to this trail, I can't remember what it's called now. That's really pretty. I need to do my brows. We found this trail, so we parked and we got out and we hiked the whole thing. It's like, I don't know, I think we were out there for a little over 4 miles, 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. But we started the hike and we're walking and going along and we go over this bridge and start walking up, and there's a sign there that says Pacific Coast Trail. And I was like, we're on the PCT. Oh my God. I was so excited. And then we're hiking and you could tell there was like 3 or 4 people that came this way towards us, and they were hiking the PCT. That's what they were doing. And I stopped and talked to one guy, and he said he's doing 4 months on the PCT. So, and there's another guy that I'm following on Instagram that's hiking the PCT too. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, not only did I get to just a little bit of a portion, because there's one part that we got to, and it was you go this way for the PCT and you go this way to stay on the trail that we were on. So of course we were staying on the trail that we were on, but to be able to hike on the PCT for even that little bit of stretch was like just really cool to me. Like I found it very exciting, you know? So anyways, the moral of the story is I didn't put bug spray on. Look at this, you guys. I have got, look at that right there. Are you kidding me? And I'm trying to put stuff on them, but they keep itching and it's driving me bonkers. But anyways, I'm going to get off. I'm going to finish my eyes and, well, finish my base makeup, and I'm going to finish my eyes too. And then I shall be back with the final look so you can see. But what are we thinking? I think it's really pretty. Alrighty guys, I'm back and the look is done. What are we thinking? Does the eye look go with the shirt? Not even close. Well, I don't know. Purple, maroony, and green can go together, right? I don't know. Anyways, this is the look with the Ghosttown USA Nomad Cosmetics. I do have a code with them, NANAY10, NAY10, NANAY10, all in caps. Saves you 10%. So if you want to go check it out. I don't know if they have this one though. I think this might be a re-release coming for the Halloween time. I think I seen something about that. So anyways, we used Stagecoach Mary right here. That's on the outer V here and in the crease. And then I used Ghosttown right here to blend it out. I also used that and that on the lower lash line. Then I used Calico, I think it's Calico, California. I think that's a city in California. I'm pretty sure. I lived in California. I should know these things. But anyways, I got that right out here, like into like right this area here. And then I put Gold Rush, this shade right here on the inner part there. And then I used Rhyolite. I think it's Rhyolite Nevada, this shade right here. I put that on the inner corner and I think it looks really pretty. And I brought it up a little bit and then underneath. So I think I need to maybe blend this out a little bit more, buff it out. But what do you guys think of the look? I think it's super pretty. I love this palette. And it's not, I don't know, it's not all browns. You know what I mean? You can have fun with it. You can do like a neutral leaning look with just a little bit of color, especially if you're somebody that might be a little bit nervous about getting into color. You know what I mean? This is like a neutral palette and there's like a couple pops of color in there that you can add to your look and kind of play with color and then kind of maybe move into the greens to be a little more bold. I think there's steps, you know, that you have the neutrals, the browns and tans and stuff. And then like there's colored shades that are more neutral leaning that you can play with. So it's like a neutral look, but you still got a little bit of color going on. You know what I mean? So anyways, there you go. You know, like these are like really like neutral leaning ones. And these are kind of neutral too, but they're green. So there's a little bit of that color. And then this one down here, you know, it's like a purple. What other shade is in there? Wow, that shade's really, wow, that's really pretty. That's like almost like a neutral color right there. What is that? Ah, that's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see the shift on that, but it's bonkers how eyeshadow does that. Just bonkers. They're really soft shades, so definitely suggest your finger, a sponge tip applicator. You can try and use a brush, but I just feel like that's not gonna, it's just not gonna work. They have sponge tip applicators like this, like on a big long thing. So, but they're not reusable, disposable. You know what I'm saying? So like these ones, once they, I don't know. I guess I could get some of those and try them out too. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I got to go to work. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the look. There will be a playlist linked down below. I highly recommend you go down there, click on the link and hit play all and go see how the other ladies did with their Ghosttown USA palettes, what kind of look they did, what shades they used. I'm interested to see how different everybody is. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to let you go. I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Take care, stay safe. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff as well as a lot of other things, I hope that you'll join the family, Nene's Glam Squad. Just go down below, hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. That way, hopefully, YouTube will notify you when I make a new upload. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Say hi, let me know that you stopped by, and I hope I see you all in my next video. Bye.